You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
About it, shut does me.
All right. Good morning, Montgomery County. Hey, you want to move that camera down so I can see your face?
Not really.
Welcome back. It is Tuesday, and Leo, the coffee's right under the camera.
Oh no.
Yeah, if you want to move it, just move it into the shot. If you want to show
I'm gonna move
people,
into the shot.
sponsored by Conroe Coffee. Come on now. She's on it, man. She wants to get that sponsorship. Just put it right in front of you. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Welcome back to Mornings Lone Star. We had a good time yesterday. We got a great show today. Sitting here with Skippy and I. We got special guests today. We got sponsors. We got Clean Soup Office Cleaning and Conroe Coffee. We got New York Attorney General getting in trouble. We got local news. We got Mattress Mac doing we'll speak at the Lone Star College Montgomery graduation Thursday, which is pretty cool. And then other things like that. If you want to join in on the conversation, we're on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. And then that's what's going on today. We're going to be giving away tickets tomorrow to Taste Fest, and then today when we Kiss Me Kate.
Let's do Kiss Me Kate.
We'll we'll give them away around 10:30 today. So if you want 2 tickets to the Owen Theaters production or the Players Theater production of Kiss Me Kate, 2 tickets. You choose the date. Really easy to do. We'll come up with a way, and you gotta respond. So stay tuned around 10:30. Let's write that down. I'm gonna write that down real quick.
Hold on, 10:30.
10:30.
KMK tickets.
Do something.
Yeah.
You guys write notes like that? Do something.
Yeah, I used to tie a string around my finger to remind me of stuff, but I forget what the string was for.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that went out the window quick.
Special guests today consist of the Conroe Parks and Recs Department. We got Scott Perry coming in. Talking about, I think, an open meeting. I think
it's an open meeting for the Oscar Johnson Jr. Community Center. So they'll be talking about letting the public weigh in on that. And that's at 10:15, I believe. And then at 10:30, we got CYT Houston coming in. Some peeps, probably Stephen, Hannah, and Christina.
At 10.
At 10.
10 CYT. Scott Perry's after them.
Ah, okay. No, I was going off my calendar here. Double check your calendar.
I see 10:15, Scott Perry, 10 o'clock, CYT.
That's what I said.
No.
I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Okay, so yeah.
But welcome back, Maurice Lone Star from yesterday's show. Wow.
Yeah.
We are on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1. We do call-ins 936-647-3776. All right, so I know you want to get to the more important news of the Attorney General, because I know that's the big headline news, the United States news story. Can we just get it out? Can we get it?
Just one out of the way.
Just tell me what you want me to tell everybody, and then we'll move on.
Well, I want to tell people that it's 72 degrees outside is what I want to tell people. The official
that is important
Lone Star Community Radio weather tree outside say the wind is very light coming out of the southwest, going up to 91 again today. Just like yesterday, we're going to break the 90s, but maybe for the next few days, it's going to get cloudier and hover closer to the upper 80s, but down to the 60s each night. So there's the weather.
Yeah, it got hot yesterday, man.
It did. A little hot and muggy action going there. How's traffic look? Do we know?
Yeah, let me pull that up. Sorry, I was kind of...
Yeah, we need our traffic sound effect. And now, traffic with the...
Currently on I-45, northbound and southbound is looking A-OK. I know there's some traffic building up right there at the usual spot northbound at the Woodlands Parkway. Southbound all the way to Houston, you're going to be good to go till the Shepherd Curve. Ooh, sorry, man. I'm getting kind of east to west. You're looking good everywhere. So,
well, there we go.
That's an easy traffic report.
Yeah, right. It's green across the board.
So, but yeah. All right. So why do you keep?
Well, so what happened yesterday with Eric Schneiderman, who's the New York?
How you pronounce that last name? Schneiderman. That's a cool name.
Schneiderman.
Cool name.
You're deep in trouble, man. Yeah, I sang that on the little video this morning. But anyhow, so he is the New York Attorney General, and he's taken legal action against Harvey Weinstein, and now suddenly he's defending himself against his own, Me Too allegations. 4 women who claimed they had relationships or encounters with Schneiderman told the New Yorker magazine in a piece that was published yesterday that they were subject to non-consensual physical violence by this guy. 2 of the women named themselves Michelle Manning Barish and Tanya Selvaratnam, and they spoke with the publication on the record, saying they were doing that to protect the others who were afraid to come forward. Women alleged Schneiderman repeatedly hit them, often after drinking, frequently in bed. A statement from Schneiderman on May 7th, yesterday, says, in the privacy of intimate relationships, I have engaged in role-playing and other consensual sexual activity. I have not assaulted anyone. I have never engaged in non-consensual sex, which is a line I would not cross. However, he did resign immediately, and the New York District Attorney has now opened an investigation on him. And some of the allegations on him are pretty specified, pretty specific. What happened, when and where, with what. Of course, innocent until proven guilty. Naturally, I do believe in that wholeheartedly. I don't believe in trying something in the court of public opinion, but this is something definitely keeping an eye on, because this guy's been very outspoken against the current administration. He's been very outspoken against Weinstein. So, is he caught in a political thing going on now, or was he playing both sides of the fence? But definitely remember about a month or 2 ago, Dick, I said, how many more, surely they're all out by now, maybe within a couple of weeks. But now we're finding out, and these are like high powered people. And this is something that Schneiderman, if this was a setup, why?
Well, I was reading that the reason this report is taken with such,
not a grain of salt, with such seriousness,
because of the reporters and the way they are in the journalism world. Apparently, they're really well respected.
Right, they're old school. The New Yorker's old school publication,
and then so their sources, and they actually give sources instead of my source from the Attorney General's office is telling me, and instead of saying anything like that, they tell you who it is, what they reported, and it's like an actual report. So unfortunately for him, he's going to be out of a job for pretty much his entire life, because Google remembers. And it's funny. Oh man, sorry, this thing.
I heard the echo on that one.
I watched a documentary on Netflix yesterday, and I want to say a shout out to Holly, because I usually don't like when I'm hanging out with her to watch this kind of stuff, because I get into it and I like ignore her, and you never want to ignore your loved ones. And it was about the lady who pretended to be black.
Okay.
The NCAA, I'm talking about.
Yeah, we just talked about her the other day.
And it was very, very interesting. And it was not just because they follow her around, but it was more of like they go to the journalists who like outed her, and like the history of her family, and all this other. I mean, it had some layers to it. And I encourage. Let me see what it's called. It's something.
Can't judge a book by its cover.
No, it's her name. I forgot her name. I mean, that's how good it was. Let's see. What's recently come out? It was the craziest thing about it was I thought it was she was pretending to be black her entire life.
No.
But no, it was like 6 years ago. And I'm like, how did nobody know this? How did nobody? And I think we slowly learn is she doesn't start doing it till recent, like actually like claiming she's African American, like putting it down on paper and stuff like that. And that's where it crossed the line. That's what people say.
Well, yeah, and that's what's biting a lot of people. Used to be you fudge your GPA or fudge if you had a diploma or degree or not, or pad your, it used to be called padding your resume. It's a time-honored tradition that's been done for decades, if not centuries. But this is next level stuff. You have those who are in the military, it's called false valor. Those who say that they're in the military or they're in a battle and they weren't, and they're called out. It's actually a federal offense to do that, to conduct stolen valor.
It's called the racial divide.
I believe that. That's pretty good. That's a good name. Racial divide.
Well, like her story, and it was something that, when you first read it from the headlines of like 2 years ago, you're like, oh, what a schmuck, But then when you start learning more about her, it's not more of a sympathy. It's more of, my question with the whole thing was like, why go through this? Why go through this yourself every day? And then try to convince yourself of this every day, because there's always going to be somebody to disagree with you. You can apply it to really anything.
Mm-hmm. Because
she went through, I would say, like, and this is just girl grooming, like the girl grooming she had to do to appear African-American.
Right. It was Rachel Dolezal we're talking about.
Yeah.
Here, who was the Wisconsin president of the NAACP.
But
passed herself off as
and then
black.
What's weird is there was a thing. I was sitting there with Holly and I go, I can't believe she just didn't explain to people where she came from. Because most of the like news reports and the interviews, basically to tell you the truth, what happened to her was she was raised in a strict Christian family who adopted 4 African-American babies, and they were abusive parents. And she was the oldest sister. So when she left the house, she took them with her because of the abuse. And she raised them, and they're interviewing her brothers and sisters, but they call her mom because that's how young they were compared to her. And basically, she just said that she identified more with their culture than her culture. So it slowly transitioned her into where she was today. And I was like, that's not like, why you just explain that to somebody? Like, well,
and that's the hypocrisy.
Maybe she didn't want the kids to be involved or something like that.
I think. Well,
she basically saved those kids.
It cannot be denied that it'd be really difficult to be a chapter president of the NAACP if you're white, as equal, and I'm not saying the two are related, but try having a black person running a KKK plant, just doesn't.
Isn't there a movie coming out about that?
Well, here's the thing. There's a movie
with Spike Lee.
Soul Man.
Isn't there a movie about it's a report from the 70s where they actually did that?
Probably. Well, I was thinking.
No, it was like an undercover deal,
right? And there's also Blazing Saddles. But so Rachel Dolezal, and that's the thing. It was her statement that she identified African American, and that's what caused both sides kind of throw their hands up in the air. But here's what the hypocrisy is: she was lauded by some people, going, "Yes, you must identify with who you are. There's no race, there's no gender, there's no boundaries." Yet these same people are screaming when a high school girl wears a Chinese dress for cultural appropriation.
Well, that's what thing.
It's the same. Literally, it's the same people who are freaking out on this.
Yeah. But it was interesting. I would say, because I forgot about that story, and I just remember when I first saw it, I was like, "That's wild," and then that was it. Like, I didn't really care why or what. And then after watching and after the end, it still didn't really change anything. It was just more of interesting to see how people are and the choices they make, and like long term.
Did it indicate what she's doing nowadays?
Yeah, it showed her like she changed her name to some. A wild name. I can't pronounce it.
Oh no!
And it got
a traditional African name.
The whole time, Holly's sitting there going like, "Why are you doing this to your kids?" kind of thing. Because you can tell, because her youngest brother, who's technically her brother, but
yeah,
he's like 13.
Like party of 5.
He's like 13.
Got it.
And he's clearly going through this crap that's caused by the mom.
Mm-hmm.
And like, it's just one of those deals where eventually you look at yourself and say, I just need to stop, because she's like really. I would say that she's almost addicted to social media, because she keeps posting about stuff. And I'm like, why are you, in my mind, I'm thinking, why would you keep reaching out for this kind of behavior? Because you're going to get it back, because people just don't like you. And especially with your kid there. I mean, it's just.
Yeah. And so, we have that. And unfortunately, it's the thing now. Instead of padding your resume with your GPA or where you went to school, it's your quote heritage or your stolen heritage. So you got this gal, the strong implication that Elizabeth Warren has been passing herself off as Native American, and even Native Americans saying, okay, go on and prove it. And that actually goes back to the whole birther movement thing on President Obama, which, you know, ironically was started by the Clinton campaign. But there in financial aid, he'd put forms. He put himself down as Kenyan to get foreign student financial aid, and that's what caused the whole thing. It's like, well, which one is it? Are you Hawaiian or are you Kenyan? Because one way or the other, you lied, and that's where that whole, and it was never satisfactorily answered. Sure, okay, so he came forth with a Hawaiian birth certificate. Awesome. So that puts the birther thing to rest, but it should have raised the question, okay, on this financial aid form, you claimed yourself as Kenyan and received federal financial aid as a result, which is a federal crime. Then again, so is putting something in someone's mailbox, even a lawn thing. That's a federal offense. So I'm not saying, you know, everyone needs to go to Leavenworth over this, but interesting. So what was the name of this documentary again? Rachel Devine.
Rachel Devine on Netflix. It was
Rachel Dolezal. I'll check into that because I still need to. I have the other documentary you told me about on my watch list. The one about the
Icarus.
Yeah, Icarus. About the doping that kind of blew up halfway through the documentary. Good story. I like that.
No, I figured you would enjoy that.
Very
so
much
when we come back, let's talk about the Attorney General and then talk about what that's going to do with midterms, because I know that changes that.
Well, there's a lot of things that could be affecting midterms right now, and it is way up in the air. Would love to talk about it.
But we got local stuff going on too, so stick around. Don't forget, we're giving away 2 tickets to Kiss Me Kate at 10:30 today on Lone Star Community Radio. We're live on YouTube, Facebook. I got that working. Apparently, our Facebook was kind of jacked up, so I had to start a new video. So I'm sorry about that. We'll be back.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out ourlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your questions. Get seen on TV, YouTube, and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Support your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Lone Star Community Radio presents the Lone Star Radio Troupe. This talented cast will perform radio plays right here in the Lone Star Studios located in downtown Conroe. There will be a new performance every first Sunday of the month. And if you miss the broadcast, just go to Lone Star Community Radio's podcast or YouTube anytime during that month. Go to our LoneStar.com archives to find the Lone Star Radio Troupe's latest play that's available. This is Lone Star Community Radio, Conroe's 104.5 FM and 106.1 FM community station. Find us on the web at irlonestar.com. Lone Star Community Radio is a supporter to the performing arts in Montgomery County, Texas.
Welcome back, Mornings Lone Star, irlonestar.com, your morning radio show in Montgomery County.
Your morning radio show.
Yeah.
Your morning radio show.
Hey, you were telling me before we get to the Attorney General stuff, because I know you really want to talk about that. So, are you done with it? Can we?
Oh, we can talk about greater picture stuff about the midterms, but yeah. So what else?
No, I was going to ask you. Yesterday, you did the first episode on Woodlands Online.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's called Woodlands on Air.
So Woodlands on Air, and then you're doing weekly updates.
Right, every Monday at 12:30
in the Woodlands.
In the Woodlands, and area. We'll say that we talked about some stuff happening up in Conroe too. We're trying to expand the horizons here.
Well, there's
so it was
cities
live.
Besides that,
it's true. But it was live, a lot of fun. Got some good feedback already. And so with my co-host Christy Leggett, you know Christy,
yes.
a lot of people in the area do. Wonderful lady. We'll just sit down starting at 12:30 for about anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes. Little lunchtime Monday update on what's happening for the week and weekend, so you can plan your week accordingly. It was a lot of fun. Okay. Tune in. When you go to Facebook, and make sure to like Mornings with Lone Stars page. Also like Woodlands Online's page, and you'll get these. So you get lots of Skippy, more and more. Never thought I had a face for video, but there we go.
Yeah. Okay. So we were talking a little bit about the Attorney General, and the reason we can kind of talk about this was he was one of the favorite voices for the Me Too movement. He's the one that kind of helped push that along,
leading the charge. Absolutely.
And now he's been accused of 4 different accounts from 4 different women, from what I understand, of abuse and things like that, and a little kinky stuff, which people are into. And that's that's his official statement, right? His official statement is basically saying, I didn't do any of these things.
I role played and didn't assault anyone.
So that's, but then what did he do? He resigned, right?
Yeah,
so he's no longer working for the state of New York.
Correct.
Okay.
And the New York District Attorney has opened up an investigation. So it'll all come out. I mean, that's the nice thing. I love investigations when they have a focus, because this is what an investigation is supposed to be. There is an alleged crime that's actually an actual crime.
Yeah.
And so it's pursuing the crime, not the person. And that's the problem with like the Mueller investigation. Collusion's never been a crime. And so even putting together the special prosecutor for the special investigation.
Well, who signed off on that?
Jeff Sessions.
Okay.
And this whole thing between Sessions, Comey, Rosenstein, and then Mueller coming in on this, because Sessions recused himself because he felt there'd be a conflict of interest. So he put in Mueller. So between all of them, pursuing a crime that actually literally is not a crime. There is no law against, quote, collusion. So it's kind of a made up crime. But then as you see the scope a year and a half later, it's gone so far beyond that. And that's just not, I don't care if this is a Democrat versus Republican thing or whatever. It's just not how to conduct an investigation. An investigation does have one focus. You picture the crime, you see if the crime occurred and who did it.
Yeah.
And so with this, the New York District Attorney is going to be pursuing the charges against Eric Schneiderman. This could cause some, because again, you have to ask why. New York's not really in contention, and New York's very much a blue state. It's what it is. Unlike with Roy Moore, that was up for grabs, and all of a sudden, these women start coming forward, and then the day he lost, it stopped. And that just would
I don't think it stopped. I think it was more of people's attention who write headlines stopped. They still might be accusing them. That's still up for grabs.
If they were still being accused, I believe the media would be promoting and going, see, it's still a real thing. I'll do next break. I'll do a follow up on Roy Moore, see what's happening. But this New York's just not really in play for the midterms. Hillary Clinton used to be a senator for New York. It's so I want to give a little bit more credence to, okay, the timing doesn't sound political. The reasoning doesn't sound political. If it were a political thing, made up thing, the only thing I can think of is they're wanting to imply that if you're a Democrat, you could be the worst of the worst. I just don't see that very much. But this could impact the midterms, along with a couple of other things. John McCain and John Kerry, of all things. I won't get political here, but just talk about what's been happening in the headlines. John McCain, after serving his country in the military and in the Senate for decades. You know, whether or not I believe in a lot of his politics or personal philosophies doesn't matter. The man served with honor, and so has gone loggerheads with President Trump. He is dying of a form of brain cancer, very aggressive, and he's putting his affairs in order. And in this tour of doing so, I guess it's the point where you say, I don't care what people think about what I have to say because I'm going to be dead anyways. So, you know, and he's saying he regretted when he ran for president. He chose Sarah Palin as running mate. Now he says, I should have gone with Lieberman instead of Palin, but they talked me out of it. So, okay. You know, it's nice that he has that off his chest. Lieberman's a little surprised. Palin, of course, I'm sure is not. But he's also getting, when I say persnickety, and this is not a judgmental thing, because, you know, if I found myself in a similar situation, I too would be putting my affairs in order, where he's saying, I want President Obama to give the eulogy. I want Pence instead of Trump at my funeral. And people are like getting bent out of shape going, you don't say where the president can come or go. You know what? It's his funeral. It's his right to say what he wants.
I think it's kind of weird that
it's weird.
He's just talking about it that way. But then again, I guess if you're one of those high up people, you're going to get a lot of people going to the funeral.
Well, and it is, you know, it could be that he would not want, there may be one or two ex-wives I have out there that I really don't want delivering anything at my funeral, because I
imagine he doesn't want his ex-wife there.
This is true. And again, he's the one that Trump said, you know, I prefer my war heroes when they're not captured by the enemy, because, you know, that's what happened. McCain was shot down, captured, and kept at the Hanoi Hilton for years as a prisoner of war. And that's just, this is one of those things where I myself did a face palm, what was it called? Face plant with Trump going, please don't go there. You know, I would put, you know, in a military battle situation, McCain against Trump any day, and you know, McCain would just win. So to have gone after that, I think was very wrong on the president. But so McCain's doing that, and I think it's his right very much. He's still in government service. He can determine who he wants speaking at his funeral, and who he wants there, who he doesn't want there. But John Kerry is a different story altogether. So,
yeah, but this is going to be one of those stories that no one cares about.
No, this could.
No, you always say that. Nothing ever comes from it.
Well,
I got to keep track of this.
Keep track of it, because you say nothing, but things do come of it. But this is something that John Kerry, former Secretary of State, who has not been in politics with the government for more than a year, has been caught colluding, meeting with secretly foreign leaders in an attempt to, quote, salvage the Iran deal that he helped craft. So meanwhile, I have an investigation of people trying to go back to the 1980s on, did the president, you know, before he was the president, did Trump's real estate VP of operations meet with a Russian at any point in the 1980s to get a casino in Russia built? You know, this is what they're going after. But here you have John Kerry actually meeting with foreign leaders in an attempt to derail Trump's plan for the Iran nuclear deal, which I would love to talk to anyone who defends this deal. I don't get it myself. We gave Iran billions of dollars and lifting of sanctions for them to say, okay, we won't do any more nuclear stuff, and they are. Mm-hmm. So this could seriously affect the midterms, because John Kerry literally has no point. He's a private citizen. He could be hauled up on charges for this one. The media's calling it shadow diplomacy. I don't know where that phrase comes from, but you know, with what he's done, if you take it out of context of today and put it in other times, it would be called high treason. When you have a private citizen going on their own to meet with a foreign leader, and an enemy leader at that. So,
yeah, but again, like, you look at it, and there's nothing's gonna come from it unless there's, because you know his daughter's married to an Iranian representative, right?
So maybe
more collusion. Maybe he's visiting family. So someone goes, hey,
So when is it collusion and when is it shadow diplomacy? I mean, again, this hypocrisy just staggers me.
Well, it's not
the exact
hypocrisy.
same
It's not
thing.
proven. Like, it's just like, oh, he's meeting with people. I mean, it could be family members.
No, there's a foreign leader. It's not a family member. He's either actual Iranian leaders.
Well, but he's related to one through marriage.
To an Iranian.
To a representative.
So it's like maybe what shouldn't they just met on the tarmac with Lois Lerner from the FBI and talk about grandchildren for a half hour?
I'm just saying nothing's gonna come from
Yeah.
it. We'll be back. Mornings Lone Star.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Our talk shows and music shows are looking for sponsors. Want to expand your brand awareness? Reach the hyper-local audience in Montgomery County? The Lone Star Community Radio sponsorships accomplish this. Want to see our stats and rates? Check out irlonestar.com/sponsor for more information. Or call in and leave us a message at 936-647-3776 with your question. Get seen on TV or YouTube and heard on our podcast, FM, and internet radio. Sponsor your local radio station with Lone Star Community Radio.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star. Welcome back, Mornings Lone Star, here on irlonestar.com/MWLS, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, brought to you by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning and Conroe Coffee.
Thank you very much.
So that was the world news segment. So that was good. I still don't think anything's going to come from it. I think some people are just too big, unless they're just caught red-handed. Kind of like they see.
I wouldn't call John Kerry too big.
Well, I mean, that to me seemed more of a political hit piece than like, hey, there's going to be an investigation. Have they announced an investigation at all?
Well, they need to get more.
And and to me, you know what it really tells me is if Donald Trump tweets about it, nothing's going to happen.
But he tweets about everything. Actually, that's a good point. Maybe if he stopped.
Look at his history, like Donald Trump's accusal history, and like nothing ever comes really from anything that he says.
It is funny.
And we're talking about the president of the United States, and nothing comes from it. Yep. So that tells me there's not enough there. Now the Rosie O'Donnell thing, I could see something happening just because someone screwed up. That one intern who filled out some paperwork.
Well, that's the thing. It's because Dinesh, who got busted for it, for a single count, as you said, didn't even try to hide it, which means, typically in a legal sense, it means there's no intent to deceive because you didn't change the name or anything like that. So,
but the rules are because the thing with the Rosie O'Donnell situation, she went through a group, and that group then distributed the money. So when it comes down to the blame, she can claim, well, I didn't know. They should have told me. Well, she did. She did say the group should have told me that's where the money Like I wasn't allowed to do it. They
And-
didn't say
and
no
the
when I
different
gave
names.
them the money. Yeah, but I mean, it's almost like that Acorn thing where you're like, oh, just fill out another form and say this on the form. You know, remember those like undercover videos?
Ignorance of the laws.
Yeah, and I think, and that works. I think that works depending on who you are, and then especially who the judge is, and then that's when it comes down to, because unfortunately for this, he didn't deny it, so that means he's guilty. And by the law, I mean, just regardless if there was 0 and 10 or he did it, and he's like, all right.
And again, that's the whole point, is that there was no secrecy to it, there was no trying to hide it, and so he gets busted. Ironic, and then turn around, O'Donnell may get away with it because she can say, "Well, I didn't realize." I used to love watching The West Wing, the TV show, and there was this episode. The subplot was the president had MS. And it starting to come out, and he's meeting with his attorney, and the attorney is like, in your life, did you ever since you found out you have MS, did you ever sign a medical form, sign a medical waiver, do this? And the president's going, no, see, I'm covered. And the lawyer says, you idiot, you just proved that you were going out of your way to hide it from people. The simple fact that you made sure to never sign anything, a medical waiver or have a physical exam or something like that. So you think you covered yourself, but actually you just proved that you were trying to hide it. And same thing with this whole situation with Dinesh. Didn't try to hide anything. He pled guilty. He's like, yeah, I did it. My bad. And he got the book thrown at him. O'Donnell does the exact same thing, but 5 times worse. So 5 different ones. It's like, different names. What? Who? And you're right. That's something that you say you feel something may come of this. I feel nothing will, because she's too much.
Well, not to her.
Well, to whom then?
That group, and then the group, whoever she paid.
Well, here's the thing. Then they're gonna, if they go after her, they'll flip. If they go after the group, they'll flip on her. They'll say she told us to.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Who cares?
There we go. Another Who Cares segment
So
brought to you by.
Ryan Murphy is developing a Me Too anthology series called Consent.
Who's Ryan Murphy?
He is a producer. He has done. No, I'm getting him confused with Sean Murphy. As far as what?
Here we go.
No. I'm trying to remember. Because I think they're related, Ryan and Sean. So
you're killing me right now.
No. Look up Ryan Murphy, because he is a producer. American Horror Story. Thank you. I knew the name. Ryan Murphy created American Horror Story, American Crime Story. So that's him. Anyhow, you know that the TV series Black Mirror is like an anthology series? Well, he's going to do a Me Too movement-based anthology series in that model, where it's about...
Why do I feel like it's going to have too much Hollywood polish to it?
Murphy doesn't care about... I mean, have you seen American Horror Story? He'll get in your face. He I didn't watch the last one.
I meant the way, think about writing the script for this kind of topic. It's really strange. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'll be interested to see how he executes it.
That's what I'm saying too. Is it going to be that the self-investigation? We're Hollywood and we're going to expose the bad stuff in Hollywood. Well, good luck with that. Or is he going to be, I'm a Hollywood misfit and I don't play Hollywood rules? So it could go either way on that one. But yeah, that one just kind of popped up on my news feed. And Ryan Murphy, he's going to tap. Yeah, we'll see what that is.
Okay. Well, I do want to let people know we are giving away tickets at 10:30 to Kiss Me Kate. And we're going to have some guests coming in around 10 o'clock. Right now, local news, if you didn't know this, Montgomery County rolled out the text to 911 service. Apparently, if you text 911, and it will get you to a dispatcher. And they actually do have some rules, which that's one thing I guess it's kind of hard to tell people or train people what to do when you text. When you send a text, you basically just text 911. And the first message, send the location and type of emergency, and then you'll start corresponding. This is for the deaf folks here in the county. But what do you see? I'm just thinking to myself, like when you text 911, do you see there ever being an issue with that? I don't think anyone accidentally texts 911.
It'd be really hard to butt dial 911 because it's typically not in your contact list. So even if you hit buttons at random.
What's even more interesting, though, I'll be interested to ask them is you can't send photos or videos. That their system isn't set up that way. So think about, I mean, I feel like that would be a useful tool.
It would be. It'll probably be the next generation.
Yeah.
But they also need to make sure that people don't abuse the privilege of, spamming 911. All you need to do is get a burner phone and load it up with pictures and jam the bandwidth.
Yeah. So,
I mean, I think it's a good start. Just imagine.
Well, I mean, it's something that, connecting with that Attorney General stuff and the Me Too movement. What's interesting, if you read the articles about this guy, and I'm not talking about the current situation with the New York guy, but more of the due diligence of the women who started building a case, because one of those women who was accosted by him was a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently they set up this whole system where, because they were afraid to go to the police because the police were controlled by this guy. And so they made a whole lockbox system. Did you read about this?
No, I missed that part.
Yeah, basically they had a what do you call it? The post office. That's security pod. That's
safe deposit box. That's at a bank.
Well, no, at the post office though.
Post office box.
Yeah, I think that the post office box, and they left the evidence in it. And basically, they gave a key to a friend, saying if anything happens to me, that's where it is. It probably was a safety deposit box. And to me, so it was they didn't trust anybody, and they trusted these reporters enough to give them their names and everything. So to me, when you have this 911 service and you have stuff like this, you don't have to deal with the social media backlash when you're trying to keep proof of people abusing you, or, because there's always that one guy who films the robbery,
mm-hmm.
And how you could use that stuff. But when you're a 911, you're trying to dial them and you can't talk during the deal. I mean,
yeah. Actually, have you seen the TV show 911? It's got Angela Bassett in it.
Okay, yeah.
And Peter Krause, and it's really nice. Connie Britton plays a 911 operator. Excuse me.
Need some water?
I need some water. It's not been poured over a coffee bean. But there are too many situations where you have a 911 call where you can't talk for some way, shape, or form. And are you bringing me? Dick brought everybody. Look on the camera here. Dick actually brought me water because he's a sweet man.
I've been looking at past shows, and you do this 30 minutes, 45 minutes into each show about that.
With this? I wonder what the deal is on that.
I just think you just don't know what you're saying and you're getting nervous. That's what I'm thinking.
Is that what it is?
Is that what it is?
Could be.
Are you worried about that block box being filled with stuff against you?
Oh, man. The sheer number of boxes out there filled with blackmail on me.
Well, that's one thing I wish. The Attorney General guy, and I guess that's why I'm kind of fascinated with it, because, you talk about hypocrisy and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just one of those things where you don't know how much worse it's going to get. And I don't think it's going to be as tabloidish as the Stormy Daniels thing, because you can't argue that woman is not eating up every opportunity.
I think the shark got jumped with Saturday Night Live last weekend. She was on it playing herself. Here's the thing: that sooner or later, there's gonna be some legal issues when you sign a non-disclosure agreement.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that you can't just not talk about it, but you can go play charades. It means you cannot reference it at all. That's what an NDA means. If it was just yeah, you're going to give me $100,000 if I just don't talk about it, sure. And then I take $100,000, then I start miming it out or finger spelling out.
Yeah.
You can't do that. She's breaking the law with this. Affair aside, allegations aside, whatever, if by her own admission, she signed a non-disclosure agreement. So that does not mean it is now against the law for her to go what she's been doing on every talk show and going, well, I can't say that I didn't.
That's why you need that follow-up newspaper. We need it to follow up on these cool things.
Right?
Because that way we don't have to worry about it until something actually happens.
But just to wrap up with the 911 thing, I think it's really cool.
So now you can text 911 in the Montgomery County area and make sure to say the emergency and your location.
There you go.
But don't send photos. Do not do a group text.
Yeah, that would be weird.
So just letting you know.
Everybody giving the thumbs up icon in the background.
I don't know. You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio, Mornings Lone Star. We'll be back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show. With monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Welcome back. Mornings with Lone Star, irlonestar.com/MWLS, YouTube Live, Facebook Live. We got special guests coming in around 10 o'clock with CYT Houston. And then, of course, the Conroe Parks and Recs Department. If you want to be a guest on the show, all you got to do is reach out to us on Facebook. We got Twitter. We got Instagram. You can email us at MWLS@irlonestar.com. That'll put you in touch with either Skippy or I. We are doing something at 10:30. That's what my notes are saying. We're going to be giving away tickets to.
If you can remember what we're doing at 10:30, give us a call.
Kiss Me Kate. So that's coming up. Today's sponsors are Conroe Coffee and Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Thank you so much for sponsoring the show. Outside that, we were talking a little bit about the local elections here. We still have one more voting deal. Is it the 25th?
Well, on the 22nd is the runoff elections. For
the Commissioner's Court.
Yeah, for the April.
Hold on, no, not Commissioner's Court. You mean Conroe?
No, Commissioner's Court. Yeah. May 22nd are the runoffs for Commissioner's Court, precincts 2 and 4. At a later date will be the runoff elections for Conroe City Council Place 4, because Raymond McDonald and Annie Jefferson Burnett were in a runoff. Other election results, Jody Sikowski won place 5 on Conroe City Council with 60% of the votes. Carl White did not make it.
You mean he died?
Politically, yeah.
Okay. The way you said that, he didn't make it.
Because Carl White, this is the 5th time he ran for the position, and he got less than 40%. So Jody will be the new place 5.
Place 5. And then when is all of this stuff? Because I'm on the website, mctx.org/election.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm trying to see this. So May 22nd, the primary runoff elections.
Now they may be putting in, because that's the original primary for the other Montgomery County. Now this is the joint election. So I don't know if they're going to put the joint election runoff in. Not a lot of time. Because usually you need time for a runoff.
So you're looking at County Commissioner Precinct number 2 between Charlie Riley and Greg Parker. County Commissioner, Precinct Number 4, Jim Clark, and James Metz.
Correct.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's the
Those are the
only
two
thing on the deal.
For May 22nd.
That's crazy.
And so they may actually have put.
And then governor for Democratic it's just one thing. It's Andrew White and Lupe Valdez.
Oh, a runoff there?
Yes.
Okay.
For governor.
And so just for the Democratic ticket there?
That's crazy. So when's the Conroe runoff?
Well, it's not listed yet, so I would say they may actually try to mix it into the May 22nd runoff election already, or have yet another one. But at that point, we should be clear after the Conroe City Council runoff election between McDonald and Burnett, then we're clear until the general election in November.
Okay.
Which means early voting will start in October, which means campaigning will start in earnest in a couple of months. So people have like a couple of months to catch their breath. So I don't think a danger of voter
you're
burnout.
a campaign person,
I'm
right?
a campaign person.
So catching your breath, and then when do they start running again?
The hard campaigning in August, probably some soft campaigning June, July.
What's soft campaigning? Internet ads?
Going out, kissing babies, showing up at forums, throwing out the ball at the local high school football, baseball game.
Do you think that's going to change because people are so germophobic? Like, don't kiss my baby. Like,
yeah, you fist bump the baby now instead of hey,
don't even touch my baby.
Yeah, don't touch my baby. But it's just the personal appearances, putting out the occasional mailer to let people know about you. Because think about it, we talked about this yesterday. There were 2 separate races where 5 people ran in each of those races, and each of those 5 got 2 votes. Now, that means that assuming they voted for themselves,
y'all are good.
They each got 1 vote each.
Yeah.
If you can only get 1 person to vote for you in a race, now think about it. If someone had just gotten someone else to vote for them, they would have won.
That sounds like a Russian hacker.
You think so?
The one
the
vote.
The Russians want the mud district.
Would that be
42.
considered the pity vote?
The pity or the petty vote?
The pity. They pity him, so they give him one.
Well, that's the thing. They didn't. There was no Russian collusion in the Montgomery County mud
Are we sure about
elections.
that?
Yeah, because
I don't believe
you got
it.
a five. So you got to run off with all original 5 or having to rerun again.
This is going to be a good transition. We got CYT with us, and we're going to get them on the air for the promotion for an upcoming play. But I was thinking, my mother's taking my niece to see Hamilton, and my niece is obsessed with Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you think they're ever going to make a ridiculous Broadway play about Donald Trump? And like, I can see a song called Collusion in it.
Collusion.
Yeah, like
collusion.
I can see it. I mean, I don't know why. I think that would be the most.
Well, you laugh, but think about it. There is a very, very good and famous opera called Nixon in China.
Really?
And it's about Nixon going to China and opening trade relations. It's a great opera.
Because I mean, you think about imagine the actress who plays Stormy Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Stormy Daniels will be in the Broadway
get
play.
Marla Maples out there to
Who
do
else
it.
would be interesting characters? Would we get?
Well, you'd have to have the entire, the DOJ community, probably one character, an amalgam.
And how would we do multimedia? And actually, this is a good question for CYT because they do all the stage. They build the stage. It's like a thought process.
Mm-hmm.
So how do we convey to the audience a tweet?
Greek chorus.
You can come up with a creative way to do it.
Greek chorus.
Yeah?
Yeah, they just come out and they sing the tweet.
Would you have 280 people come on stage and sing it?
Each one letter?
Yeah.
Well, each word, maybe.
How do we do it?
No, Greek chorus is typically 3.
Okay. I don't know what that is. I don't know anything about plays.
Well, we will educate
I'm just thinking about
you.
what I want to see on the stage.
We will educate you coming up after this.
That's true. We probably do need to start taking a break, don't we? All
Probably.
right. Coming up next, folks, we got CYT. You're listening to CYT Houston, and you're listening to Maureen's Lone Star on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and of course, irlonestar.com/MWLS. Brought to you by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning and Conroe Coffee. Stick around.
Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5 and 106.1 and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
The Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service has been dedicated to educating Texans for over a century. In 1915, the Extension Program was established under the federal Smith-Lever Act to deliver university knowledge and agricultural research findings directly to the people. Ever since, AgriLife Extension programs have addressed the emerging issues of the day, serving diverse populations across the state. Texans turn to Extension for solutions in horticulture, agriculture, 4-H and youth, and family and consumer sciences. Extension agents respond not only with answers, but also with resources and services that result in significant returns on investment to boost the economy. Join us Fridays at 1 o'clock for the AgriLife Extension Hour.
Welcome back. Mornings with Lone Star. Dick and Skippy. He's still Dick. Last I checked, I'm still Skippy. 9:58 coming up on 10 o'clock. We're almost a full hour into our 2-hour show. Weather's still looking pretty outside. It is currently 72 degrees, getting all the way up to 91. The official Lone Star Radio weather tree outside tells us there's no breeze anywhere. So bring your fans with you. So I think there should be a musical based on the music of ZZ Top, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a kick line for
Can you
legs.
imagine the makeup department?
Just the long beards, the Billy Gibson beards? Well, just you can go to Hobby Lobby for those and just get moss and stick it on your chin. Yeah, there you go.
I think the actor or actress will really appreciate that.
It's what they think is incidental to, for the greater good of the show. Trust me on this one.
And they do the spinning guitar thing.
Oh yeah, put little spinners on your belts and just flip the guitar around. Yeah, we'll work right on that. But we have real theater people here from CYT Houston. We've got Stephen Hurst, the director, Hannah Weaver, the choreographer, and Christina Haynes, the vocal director of James and the Giant Peach, coming to the Crichton Theater starting on May 18th and running through the 27th. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How goes it?
Good.
It goes well.
Cool. So I was going peachy, really, really nicely done. I was once in a very small community theater version of this. We didn't have a budget, so it was just James and the Peach. But so this is a Roald Dahl story. Thank you very much. It's a Roald Dahl story, and of course, Dick, Roald Dahl also wrote.
I don't know what he did. Is it a girl or a guy?
It's a guy.
Because Roald Dahl sounds
Road
like,
Dahl.
Okay, so that's one word.
No, 2 words. His first name is Road. Second name is Dahl.
Okay.
He also wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Okay.
Which you would know as Willy Wonka, since you only saw the movie version, probably.
And Matilda.
Matilda, yes, others.
And the BFG.
There you go.
BFG.
He didn't even know that Ian Fleming wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, so he's nobody. You did know that, right?
No, of course I did.
The guy who created James Bond also created Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
And I know what that is.
I learned
the flying car one.
The flying car what? Movie,
yeah.
Okay.
It was a book before it was a movie. You didn't write the movie.
Okay.
But anyhow, so moving on. So
I didn't even know James and the Giant Peach is a musical. I thought it was a stop motion cartoon. That's the only thing I knew about it.
Well, I think they took that and ran with it. So which adaptation is this? Is this a new adaptation or one of the older ones?
I don't know if there's been any other adaptation. I know it is a fairly new musical, and it's kind of fairly obscure as well. Even though the composer and the writers also wrote The Greatest Showman.
Oh, okay.
And so it's still a musical that I think is fairly new to a lot of people.
Awesome. Well, so Greatest Showman, of course, that's hot right now. Everyone's watching that. I myself refused to. I saw it off Broadway called Barnum many years ago. So there's already been a musical version about that. So I don't need to see another one. But so great pedigree on that. So what got you directing this one? Tell us a bit about your directing history, Stephen.
I work with the 80 Players in Houston, Texas. And so last year, I was asked to direct the junior version of James and the Giant Peach. And so that was my first introduction to it. And then over the years, I had, well, actually previous to that, I had directed the Little Mermaid with CYT. And they had wanted me to come back. And so they asked me to direct James. And we debated back and forth a little bit on whether we did the junior version or the full version. And we thought, well, let's do the full version. I've already done the junior version. You know, I don't know what else is there. And so.
Right. And what, for people listening who may not know, when you may see like such and such junior, and what that means through the licensing agency is that everyone has to be under 18.
Correct.
With very, you know, I think in Schoolhouse Rock, the teacher can be over 18 with special licensing, but other than that, so some theaters, so when you see junior, it's a great family. You get to see the kids out there, but so this is the full musical version here.
Yes.
Right.
But we still are using kids all under the age of 18.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. So you're going full tilt on this one.
Oh, yes.
Nicely done. So talk to us about CYT Houston and like the stable of talent you use to get these productions going.
I'm going to defer to my
go to Christina on this one
because this is my second time with CYT. So.
Okay. CYT Houston stands for Christian Youth Theater. We're based out of Houston, and it's a great program. We have after-school programs as well as shows. If the children choose to do a show, they can enroll in an after-school class as well. And that's singing, dancing, acting. Showcase is coming up tonight. If anyone's interested, you can head on out to Klein United Methodist for that, and check out a little preview of what CYT does. And it's just a great environment, a really warm, welcoming family place where everyone's encouraging. And I've had a great time working with CYT. I know Hannah grew up in CYT. I did. I was 16 when I did my first show. I was Auntie Em in The Wizard of Oz. And then I stayed in shows. And then once I aged out, I got into teaching and then finally directing. And so I've been working with them for 10 years.
Wow.
And CYT Houston's in their 11th season. So
you've been there almost from inception then.
Almost.
Great. So how many productions a year does CYT put on?
Depending on how many chapters do, however many shows they do, I think we have about 5 each semester. So, or that could be a little bit off, but we do a spring show, we do a winter show, and we do a fall show. And we have 2 chapters right now, one here in sort of Spring Woodlands, and we have one over sort of in Kingwood and Humboldt, New Caney area.
Oh, okay. So you have like different productions that you can be running. That's awesome.
We just finished our Kingwood chapter just finished Singing in the Rain, and their younger students finished Charlie Brown the musical, and we're gonna end our season with James and the Giant Peach.
Wow. So these all appear to be full-scale musicals. Do you do any of the like quieter ones, like I don't know, Frost Nixon? Or
not with our 9-year-olds.
Hey, they got to grow up sometime. I'm just saying, is all. Yeah, there's the play.
Well, what's a well-known children's play? I'm just asking. I mean, because to me, I know CYT a little bit, and what's really great, it's more to me. It seems more of a development kind of a thing, like for kids to branch out and get to do unique things, especially with the plays y'all choose every year. It's really different from everything. But is there a well-known like kids play? Because everything y'all have done, really, it seemed like y'all took a play and then y'all, tilted it towards kids. Like,
well, a lot of the shows that CYT does from a musical standpoint were probably originally a play.
Okay.
So you still have James and the Giant Peach as a regular stage play. You still have Willy Wonka as a stage play. There are versions of.
How about Lord of the Flies? That to me would be a cool play for kids.
All you got to do is
it's
just
possible.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
recently, A Wrinkle in Time just came out as a new movie, but that is also a stage play. There are versions of the stage play there that can be toured, that can be done in as an hour and a half, a 50-minute, 30-minute. So they're all out there. If it's
The Hobbit's always the favorite. What usually happens, and what happened over the last several years, is junior versions would come out where you'd have source material that was kind of not fully adult, like Newsies or something. And then you never have Hair Junior, for instance. But
you would be surprised as to what kind of junior versions there are.
Well, there's Rent Junior.
Yes, there's Rent Junior.
So there is that. In fact, over at the Owen just a few weeks ago, they had a special presentation of High School Musical Junior, which to me should have just been
middle school.
Well, it should have been Junior High School Musical.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, one of the interesting things that the junior versions do is they adjust the vocal range to fit the young actor. A lot of the harmonies are taken out to simplify it for those that may not necessarily know how to read music as well.
Plus the drama that comes with dealing with kids. I mean, it's just awful.
Yeah, because I've never dealt with drama directing adults in my whole life.
Well, I'll tell you, we have some of the best kids around. We really do. I mean, we rarely have to like tell little Jimmy to stop picking on Sally.
You yourself are an example of how long you've been involved. Clearly, the kids want to be there and keep coming back every year. Now,
it's a really great organization.
This
is that one of the ingenues outside the window there?
That's my daughter.
Is that the understudy?
She's up and coming.
Okay, who's that?
She's our mascot. That's my daughter, Carlin.
Hey, Carlin. We'll see you in a few years when you're headlining,
James and the
Dream
Giant
Girls
Peach.
or something.
Dream Girls Junior.
I'm sure it's out there.
She's been participating. She's been at all of our rehearsals and singing along and dancing. And
Well, people can find more information about James and the Giant Peach at cythouston.org. You can purchase tickets through there. It's pretty easy to purchase tickets, and the dates. It premieres on May 18th at the Crichton Theater and goes all the way to May 27th. There's Friday, Saturday, and Sundays showing, so you have plenty of time to go see it and support it. And especially, I bet those kids will freak with the audience there. Because I know I would. There's like, oh, there's not just my mom here, and then so that's really cool to be in the Crichton Theater as a kid and doing this full production of the play. It's a full production.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So how long is it? Because musicals are really long.
I think ours
usually
is about 2.5 hours.
I think we're running about
Whoa.
Yeah.
Man.
But we have a lovely intermission, lots of yummy concessions.
I was going to say
Okay.
that's
Get
with
your
the
brownies,
intermission,
yeah.
probably.
Okay.
I mean, first act probably runs about an hour, second act about 45 minutes, give or take.
Now, tell the audience, if you don't mind, we got a couple more minutes. What is the story, James and the Giant Peach? Like I said, I know of it, but I don't know actually. Like, the kid lives in a peach.
In a way, he, like Roald Dahl, he's always on the darker side within his stories.
Okay.
And it's about an oppressed child that really goes through some abuse from his aunts. His parents were killed tragically from a rhino that
Like Batman.
devoured them and ate that. Yes, very much so. And then,
And this is all in the play?
yeah, he
Oh,
meets
wow.
up with this kind of crazy old man, I'd
Uh-huh.
say, and gets involved with or helps with these crocodile tongues. And then that makes the peach grow, and anything that devoured a crocodile tongue grows, or the magic happens. And so once the peach grows, James realizes that he can go in and goes in and finds these insects, and they form a family together and go on this miraculous, phantasmical journey.
Cool. That's actually really exciting. So this is for all ages, of course.
Yes.
And again, it starts Friday, May 18th, all the way through May 27th. If you're interested and you have a child that to participate in CYT Houston, just visit you guys online at cythouston.org. Y'all kind of are all over the Houston and greater Houston area. So really, if you're listening online and you have family in the South Side or something like that, it should be fine. There's always something going on, right?
Always.
That's
we
good.
have lots of summer camps. For the summer, we're going to do a full. Well, we're speaking of junior musicals. Mary Poppins, the musical, but we're going to do the junior version, and the kids in 2 weeks will put on a full show, and that's a really, really fun experience. I got to be involved with Beauty and the Beast summer stock last year. This year we're doing Mary Poppins.
I bet it was better than the remake movie.
In my opinion, yes.
That's great.
And I would say when purchasing tickets, if you have young children, my daughter's 7 months old, and like I said, she's been participating in all of our rehearsals. CYT is very open to you bringing your small children,
Yes,
and it's a great first place for young kids to come and be in the theater world and sit as an audience member.
That's because the kids are professionals on the stage, and they don't let anything distract them.
It's
They're
true.
prepared.
It's true.
Yes, they're prepared in that sense for sure. But they'll be outside. The kids that are on stage will be outside in costume, ready to sign autographs for those kids. It's kind of like, maybe a first introduction to Disney World or something,
Yes,
like
something
where
like
the
that.
characters can come out and you can get to them a little quicker than maybe some of those Disney characters.
Unless you think it's full of stampeding rhinos and scary characters. There's all kinds of fun music, and you'll leave with the tunes stuck in your head. You'll want to look up, how can I get this soundtrack? It's a really lively and vibrant musical. We've got a lot going on, lots of dancing, lots of really cool singing. The kids scat at some point in the show. They open Act 2 with some scatting, and they've taken to it really well. So.
Well, that's James and the Giant Peach, brought to you by CYT Houston. You can purchase tickets online at cythouston.org. It starts May 18th all the way through May 27th. cythouston.org. And that's at the Crichton Theater, folks, in downtown Conroe.
That's right. We've been talking to Stephen Hurst, the director, Hannah Weaver, the choreographer, and Christina Haynes, the vocal director. Thanks so much for dropping in the studio. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Pleasure.
You're listening to Mornings at Lone Star, lonestar.com/MWLS. Coming up next, we got Scott Perry from the Conroe Parks and Recs Department coming in. So stick around, and don't forget, at 10:30-ish, we're going to be giving away Kiss Me Kate tickets. So, yeah, I killed your mic. Whatever.
You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Hispanic Chamber Connections with Dr. Carlos Sanchez, president of the Woodlands Conroe Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, featuring event announcements, member highlights, and more. Tuesdays at 1 p.m., broadcasting from the heart of Conroe, Texas on irlonestar.com and Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Hello, Hello, welcome back. 10:15 on the dot. Mornings with Lone Star, Dick and Skippy. I'm Skippy. He Dick.
Hey.
Hello. It's 78 degrees. Going to go up another few degrees to 91 today. Kind of sunshiny and partly cloudy, but only a 1% chance of rain. The official weather tree outside says the wind's picking up just a hair. And I look down at my notes and I look up. What do I see? Scott Perry with City of Conroe Parks and Rec Department. How you doing, Scott?
I'm doing great. Good morning.
Awesome. Good to have you here this morning.
I appreciate being here.
Were you listening to the theater people out there?
I was. Very exciting.
Do we have any peach trees in this town?
I don't think so. Not in the town per se. I'm sure you could find some on the outlying areas.
Okay, I'm just thinking maybe Parks and Rec could get on that or something. Get some peaches for everybody.
Can peach grow here?
Yeah, no, they do.
Yeah, there's humidity and heat, just like Atlanta.
We need to get the extension office in on that.
Yeah,
there we go.
They know better about that.
The gardeners.
Get some garden peaches in this town, okay? Seriously, just have them for people wanting to eat.
And if the show does well, that might be very popular. Everybody has.
Well, they were in on Friday talking about mosquitoes and water, and I was like, man, we have a real big problem here.
But we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about something else. So there is some property that's been secured and discussion over what's going to go on it. And you're here to talk about, there's going to be like an open public forum on this?
There is.
Awesome.
Yeah, I guess, May the 17th is the date. And I want to make sure we get that out there. May 17th from 4:30 to 6:30. It's a come and go. It'll be at the Oscar Johnson Jr. Community Center, which is at 100 Park Place. Really, as the crow flies, about a football field's length from this radio station.
Yeah.
So yeah, what's happened is, and we're very excited. The Oscar Johnson Jr. Community Center has been around for many, many years, and we've really outgrown our facility and have been outgrown for some time. What we do a lot is outside the four walls of that facility, obviously, but we have the opportunity. The city secured 25 acres off of Foster Drive, and the corner of the property is Foster Drive and 3rd Street. 25 acres is pretty significant. We're sitting on about 2 now. And so
slight upcrease.
Yeah, a little upcrease, and also some trees would be nice to have. And some play space, some space to run around. But the importance of what we're doing here is we're in the middle of a feasibility study. Burdett Consultants has been very instrumental in getting some information beforehand, right? So we've put together a steering committee. The steering committee is comprised of a lot of our folks that we work with. So folks from the extension office, from the school district, various partners that we have anyway, and certainly some of our board members of the Oscar Johnson Jr. Community Center. We have met with that group. We have met with the board of directors. We've met with our staff. We've also had an online survey going for about a month now, so that people can get on and there's a series of questions and basically just asking people what they want to see. What do they feel like it should be to serve them? And so we're looking to gather all of that input. And then preliminarily, we've pulled it all together. And on May 17th, we're going to present that to the community. But it's not too late for input. So that's what this May 17th deal is about, is that we can get as many people there as we can that are interested in providing input on what a new community center would mean to them. So what does it look like? What does it entail? What does it have? What do we include? Currently our community center and our recreation center are 2 separate entities. And some of the preliminary stuff that's coming in, there's people that want to see fitness, they want to see weight rooms, they want to see meeting rooms, conference rooms, things of that nature at this new community center. And then, of course, when you've got 25 acres to deal with, there's lots of outside components that people are really interested in.
So are we talking like, skateboard park, jogging trails, swimming pool? Is it like
really at this point, we're just trying to see what it is that people really want to see. Now, I don't know that it would behoove us to do like, say, a 4-plex softball field whenever we've got Carl Barton down the road.
Right.
So, we're going to really be taking a look at what we have in proximity.
I would recommend bathrooms.
Yeah, bathrooms are a big.
That would be good.
They're hot
that's the
ticket,
place.
yeah.
That's the place to start.
Dude, didn't you hear him? He's got trees.
Yeah,
that's right. We got a lot of outdoor space.
Well, I'll tell you what's funny about the fact that you just said that is that one of our focus groups was we met with children. We had about 12 of the children that participated in our programs, and we let them design what they thought it would be. And initially it started off with all the fun stuff, right? I mean, we had football fields, soccer fields, swimming pools, lots of swings, and
laser tag arena.
I'm sorry,
laser tag arena.
That was one of them. and then Gaga Ball, all of these things that that the kids really want to do. Well, as we went through the process with them, interestingly enough, things like bathrooms came up. They were like, well, we need to have bathrooms. And, we take that for granted. Of course, we need bathrooms. But they're like, well, no, we need bathrooms that are outside or at least under a pavilion so that we don't have, when we're outside playing, we don't have to come all the way back in to go to the bathroom. And so,
wow, that's cool.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And so a lot of what we've gathered from the children really matched up with what we as adults were thinking that we need.
That's cool.
It's been pretty interesting process thus far. But the main thing is we want to make sure that we put things together that people really want. The last thing you want to do is take a beautiful piece of property and put a building on it that doesn't really satisfy the needs.
Right.
Where's the land located?
It's off of Foster Drive. And if I'll tell you, Runyon Elementary School.
Okay.
So Foster Drive intersects with 7th Street and Ed Carbett. And Ed Carbett goes up to the loop, the South Loop. Well, Foster Drive, if you were sitting at Runyon facing south, you would take a right and go down and until you came to 3rd Street. When you come to 3rd Street, that is our western corner. And then it comes back toward Runyon Elementary School. It fronts Foster and 3rd.
Okay. Well, prime location.
I'm looking all
Yeah,
around
are you
there,
going to Google map it or something?
Well, I'm trying to see if there's any landmarks.
There's a fire station on Foster, so it's going to be probably east of the fire station and west of Runyon Elementary School. And the great thing is we did a plot where we took all of our current participants and they were represented with each program by a different colored dot. And so we had those addresses and we dotted a map. And this piece of property is really perfect for where we're the bulk of where we're currently serving. And we've been looking for property for some time. Well, the Oscar Johnson Jr. Community Center has always been right here, just east of the tracks, in Main Street. Well, that's been kind of a fixture, if you will. And so our concern was if we take this community center, which has been utilized by so many people for so many years, and move it out of the general vicinity, we've really not done that community any justice. And so the goal was to try to find something. And property, they don't make property anymore. So you've got to get it while it's good, or be lucky and find it. So we were able to do that, and it's really in a prime location. The other thing, a big question that's come up too, is what about the old center? Well, we're not going to close that down. We're also part of the study is to determine what are we going to use that for. And some of the things that have come up is we have a pretty shortage, I think is safe to say, on senior programming. So that's been something that's been thrown out, as well as adult education classes and things of that nature. That building is really more designed for classroom settings.
So there's no danger of it just kind of hanging around like the Astrodome waiting to see.
No. We really, in the summertime, it's still a great use for, there's still going to be a swimming pool there, right? That
awesome.
pool's not going to leave. Still has a playground structure. So there's going to be, it's going to be used. And we just want to find out from the community, what do we use it for?
And so people can find more information about location for the May 17th community impact meeting.
Yes.
And then where can they find that?
They can find that on the city website currently, cityofconroe.org, and it's under the it's right there on the front page, upcoming events, I believe.
I'm gonna make sure you're on your
yeah. So while Dick verifies your the due diligence over there, so Scott, it seems like a lot of time and consideration and attention has gone into this. Is this like par for the course with centers, or is this like you guys want to make sure to get it right here?
Well, we definitely want to make sure we get it right. And the thing is, we don't want to build something that we're going to have to look at even 10 years down the road and say, gosh, I wish we would have done that. Right. So there's a lot of effort going into this so that it's a 30-year, 40-year, so we've got room to expand. Obviously, there's going to be the possibility for so much. It all boils down to dollars, right? And so we want to make sure that what we do put in place is the most important and key things that people are looking for, and encompass the programs that we currently have. I mean, we're really kind of busting at the seams with our after-school programs and our summer day camp programs specifically. But we want to make sure that however we build that, is it situated on the property as such that we can expand. in the future. You know, we're thinking gymnasiums. That's been a big thing that's come up. A place to play basketball when it's raining, right? So, yes, there's a lot of thought going into that in terms of, first of all, what do people want? We need that input from people. And on May 17th, they're going to have the opportunity to provide that input with, typical, we'll have some renderings, not necessarily exactly what it's going to look like, but that will kind of get people thinking a little bit.
Right.
And then everyone will have the opportunity. And I think they've talked about little stickers, right? So you'll come in and you'll get 10 stickers and you'll have a selection of 10 things that you can prioritize.
Oh, cool.
And so we'll then take that information and compile it with all of the information that we've already gathered. And I think it'll give us a really good picture of what it is that we're going to do.
Wow. Kudos to Conroe Parks and Recreation Department for that. That's awesome stuff. I want stickers. Just remember, I'm laser tag. It's making a comeback and it's here to stay. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, it's also kind of one of those things is what does a community really need? And especially with the whole picture, if you look at Conroe, there are several parks and each of them has a unique opportunity to do something different.
That's right.
And so I really don't know. I'm trying to think of myself, like, I guess, because is there an enclosed basketball court? Is it
the gym? The only gym
is at Rec Center, right?
Rec Center, yes.
But that's like all over the place. When you go there, something's going
There's
on.
always something going on, and that's part of the problem. Is that there's just not enough of that type of space, and there never will be. Frankly, I mean, you could build 5 gyms, and you're gonna fill them to capacity over time, but there's so much use. We're looking at multi-use. Like right now, we share, one room at our center might be used for 4 different things. And so we're looking really for some dedicated programming space so that we can have children's activities going on and adult activities going on at the same time without them, tripping over each other. And frankly, right now, the way that we're set up, it's really hard for us to do some more traditional community center programming. Like what we do at the rec center with art classes, music classes, dance classes, martial arts, things like that. By the time our after school program ends at 6:30, well, we can't have things there at the same time the after school program is going on.
Right.
There's just not enough space. And so 6:30 is a little late to get someone into a dance class. So those are the types of things that we're looking at. It really is a mind-boggling, the considerations that go into it. But I think the key for all of us right now is this community input. We really, the last thing we want to do is put something up and people come in and go, gosh, why did they do that? I wish they would have done this. And so we want that input so that we are making sure that we do what the majority of the people are looking forward to.
We want people to show up, but people do, of course, keep it real. I think laser tag won't make a comeback, so
you never know.
You never know. But because of course it's that fine line. Can't make everybody happy, but it's great to hear that you're hearing everybody's voices. I love the sticker prioritization thing. I think that's really cool. What's the projected, assuming ducks are in a row, when's this going to be realized as an actual facility?
That's a great question. And I think we're at step 1 was to find the property and the place that is complete. Step 2 was to determine what is it, right? What does it look like? The price tag on it.
Right.
And then, there's going to have to be some engineering and things like that will probably be the next step once we determine what it's going to be in the phases. I would like to say within the next 3 to 5 years.
Awesome.
But I couldn't say that. City council will have the ultimate say on that.
Right.
And we have great support from city council. They're aware. In fact, we have an update to them this Wednesday at workshop to let them know where we are in the process. But you just never know what the budget's going to do. And I hate
that's why it's important for people to come out. Because that gives you the greatest voice.
Golden opportunity.
No, that's right. That's right.
People, it's coming, and you have a say in how it should be. Great setup all around. Scott, thanks so much for popping in here, man.
I appreciate you guys letting me.
Okay, again, folks, that's cityofconroe.org. If you go, I went to it. I checked it out. It's really easy to find. You just type in cityofconroe.org and scroll a little bit down, and there's the Oscar Johnson Jr. Community Center feasibility study, right? Then there's a
click here link right at the bottom of that.
And so that's important. We can actually share the survey too, but that's happening on May 17th at Oscar Johnson Jr. Community Center at what time?
4:30 to 6:30.
All right.
And it's a come and go. It's 100 Park Place.
Well, there you go, folks. Scott, thanks for coming in and sharing that information, man.
Have a great day.
You're listening to Mornings with Lone Star, irlonestar.com/MWLS. We're going to take a quick break, but don't forget when we come back, we're going to be giving away tickets to Kiss Me Kate happening at the Owen Theater. All these theaters. But that's coming up next. So stay tuned. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube Live. We're on all over the place. So stick around.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
A Lone Star Community Radio is ready for the summer. If you or anyone you know is looking for summer internship opportunities, a Lone Star Community Radio is a great place to grab the mic and be on the air. A Lone Star Community Radio offers a great opportunity to those interested in learning about the radio world all year round. Be an on-air personality, talk show producer, or YouTube, TV, podcast editor. Contact the station at info@irlonestar.com or call the station's message line at 936-647-3776.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Remember to download the Lone Star Community Radio app from your Google Play Apple Store. Bring Montgomery County's community radio with you anywhere with your smartphone or tablet. If you are in the Conroe area, tune in on FM 104.5, 106.1. If you are on your computer, bookmark irlonestar.com as your internet radio station. Lone Star Community Radio, broadcasting 24/7 from the heart of downtown Conroe, Texas.
All right, welcome back. Mornings Lone Star, irlonestar.com/MWLS. We're on Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Just go to irlonestar.com/MWLS. Brought to you by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning and Conroe Coffee. Sitting with us, if you can see us, we have Leo join us from Conroe Coffee. But we are going to give away 2 tickets to Kiss Me Kate.
That's right.
And
now, last time we gave tickets away, it was first person to respond in Shakespearean style.
Yes.
And our winner actually did a very decent job. He didn't stick to the iambic pentameter motif.
What?
And there was no rhymed couplet, but he still did a lot of these and thous on that, you know. Oh, truly thou shalt give me tickets. So that was last time, but so we want to give away 2 more tickets. So Leo, help us decide how, you know, what someone needs to do to get these tickets.
This is what this is the question. This is sponsored by Conroe Coffee. Go to Facebook, go to Twitter, whatever. Answer any way you can. irlonestar.com/MWLS. First person to answer this question correctly will win 2 tickets to Kiss Me Kate.
Okay.
The question is, what goes into Americana coffee?
An Americano.
Americano.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is it? What are the ingredients?
Okay.
Okay. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that, if someone adds sweet and low to it, maybe.
Yeah.
But okay.
Right, that's a good question.
So the ingredients
that
of
is a good question.
the ingredients of an Americano coffee. Now, does Conroe Coffee make it like differently from others? Is it
No.
a little extra TLC?
I was hoping there was
Of
only one way to
course.
make it.
Well, there's only one way, but the other place have names for things that traditionally it's not the way it is.
You mean
But-
that when you say other place, you mean the place that's like
The-
really
the
racially
mermaid
abusive?
place,
and,
Yeah, that one.
The mermaid place.
Yeah.
Why do they have a mermaid in their logo? I don't get it.
Who cares?
Well, you should put a bulldozer in yours.
But
just
they
to
used
make it
to
ironic.
have stars, though. Do you remember
Yeah,
that?
uh-huh.
But they removed the stars because of complaints, because of some people talking about witchery and stuff.
Oh,
Lord.
great.
I know.
No.
it's-
Back in the late 70s and early 80s, before email happened, there would be these chain letters going around, and I'd get these all the time. That people were saying that Procter and Gamble were devil worshippers because their logo had some stars, and those stars you could spell out 666 in the stars. It's like I can also spell out rubber baby buggy bumper. It's connect the dots. So yeah, the years change, but the idiocy doesn't.
Yeah, it just changes to something else.
That's wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, right?
Oh, looks like we may have a winner
Is that a winner?
already. I
What?
do believe so.
On Facebook. Hold on, we gotta
On Facebook.
We'll announce it. Don't worry.
Yeah, but
we'll
keep
announce
it
it
coming
after
just
the
in case-
break.
just in
After
case
the
this
break.
person
And
got
just
it
in case
wrong.
it's wrong.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you can go to Facebook, you can go to Twitter, you can go to Instagram, or you can go to YouTube Live.
Oh,
I mean, I
even
know there.
call. You can also call 936-647-3776
Yeah.
if you're not near your computer, and let us know.
There we go.
Or call Dick privately on his cell phone. Number is
Yes,
area code
what's that?
911-42. I'm joking. Don't call it. Don't call that.
Yeah, don't call him.
So outside that, Leo, we go to the coffee shop. You got anything cool? I see like a sign that you have like a musicians or something.
So
What is that all about?
DM music.
So it's a group or like
so
a
the guy
manager
is a
group.
vocal coach.
Okay.
And he had an event here about a month and a half ago, and we couldn't get one more person in the building in both sides. And they were in the lounge side performing. But these are kids, and I say kids, youngsters, teenagers, that this guy has trained vocally. And this is where they come to get practice, say, but they don't need practice. One of these kids was on American Idol. That's gonna be
I think
here on
everybody. I
Friday.
think everybody's been on American.
Not
I was
me.
on American Idol.
No, I
you
wasn't.
weren't.
No,
we were on the British version.
There you go.
So
I was in the running to be a Spice Girl. Yeah, but anyway, so
Oh my God, the visuals threatening to form in my brain.
I tell you what you want. What you
Yeah.
really
Spice.
want.
She's a
I tell
spicy
you what you want,
spice.
what you really, really want.
I
No,
want-
I would have been baby.
Maybe.
But anyway,
well, that's already been taken.
yeah, I said would have been, but Emma got the job.
But if
not
you were
me.
going to be like the sixth
Oh, they
Spice
didn't.
Girl.
They didn't even have the names figured out by then. I figured it was like that's the name she came up with, the Emma woman.
Oh, no, the management people are like, well, you look like this and you look like this, but
So if you
whatever.
if you're going to be the late arriving next
Old
Spice,
Spice.
Old Spice,
yeah,
That's
that
what
would
it'd
have
be.
been me.
Okay.
But so the kid I believe that was on Idol, his name's Jeremy, but I fail to remember his last name. But all the info's in the shop. They put a big banner up in there, and it is this Saturday. And because there were so many people here last time, what he has done is because of the kids that are performing, he has separated it. So there's one show from 7 to 8, and the other one is from 8 to 9.
Wow.
So there's different, you know what I mean? Like different groups coming in. But my guess is it will be just as packed. They're not going to separate it. Everybody's just going
people
to
want to
show
come
up.
in and enjoy good
I mean,
art,
you
good
think
music.
about these kids and their friends and their family and everybody that's truly excited for him. I mean, this guy is amazing, with what he does in teaching these kids. So that's Saturday. And I believe, is it Saturday at 2 that Twinderella is on at the
Yeah, I saw that.
Crichton? Is it Friday too?
I don't know. I just saw.
I know.
I don't know.
They haven't come to us yet, so
I can't
it's their
remember.
loss.
Yeah, people come to us.
We just sit and wait, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We wait a long time.
Well,
Hey.
crickets.
Yeah. Golly.
But yeah, so it's going to be a busy weekend down here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wonderful.
then May 19th, we have the grand opening party for the bicycle shop that is in the coffee shop.
If you haven't been in Conroe Coffee lately, come on in. You'll see that there's a whole new window, ledge, office, and they're building this bike shop.
Race Ready Repair, I believe. Race Ready Bicycles. The stickers on the window now, too.
Okay.
So, but he's going to have a keg and all kinds
Is
of
it open party?
I'm there.
Yeah.
You had me at keg.
Well, don't tell people that who are listening. They're going to show up.
Well, that's good. We
It's
need
less
to know
for
how
us.
many people show up.
Oh, is there like a Facebook event or something?
It is.
Okay.
I posted it on Conroe Coffee.
All right,
so
perfect.
if anybody's
So you got
interested,
RSVP folks.
yeah, just say, yep, I'm coming.
And if you don't have Facebook, you're just out of luck.
You're out of luck.
So.
'Cause, yeah.
There's that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So-
great. And also, there's not only is there artwork going on, but you got some significant pieces over there. I know there's one you've got your eye on.
Oh, my goodness.
Is it the Marilyn
art.
Monroe one?
I love her.
There's a huge honking. You guys got to come see
It's
this.
like 7 feet tall, 7
Yes.
or more. I don't know. But I mean, the Bruce Springsteen fits on that wall. Perfect.
It's like it's meant to be there.
Yeah, like the black, chalkboard behind it. And then anyway.
So people
Just-
come to Conroe
yeah.
Coffee because every month they rotate through some artwork. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Pieces that are, very large and expensive to pieces that are very highly accessible. I've bought affordable and accessible. I've bought probably half a dozen pieces, and I've viewed each one as an investment
Right.
because it's great artwork.
Well, you're investing in the community as well. You're keeping it local, and that's what's important. But the guy that has the big pieces up, he is a member of the Conroe Art League, and he had them over there. This next month is a photographer that has his show the end of May, and then this gentleman with the big pieces, his show is in June. But he hung them just to get them out of his way at home, I guess.
Yeah, these are
But
big
I'm like,
pieces.
oh, I just wish they could stay, especially Marilyn. She has glitter in her. It's just
bat her
amazing.
eyelashes.
Has she been bedazzled?
She has, but it's in the paint. If you look at her dress, there's kind of the swirls and there's glitter. Oh, it's just beautiful. Love it. I should have him do one of me.
I would pay top dollar. Well, my top dollar for that.
I know, right? Well, I can afford $50.
Yeah, I got 50 in my wallet. There you go. What's that going to get me? A sparkle.
Yeah, right.
A single
I
sequin.
get a tub of glitter.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to announce the winner of the Kiss Me Kate tickets.
All right.
So, and Leo's going to stick around, hopefully.
Yeah, I'll
Right?
stick around.
We got here. Yeah, we have like 4 hours left.
Oh, no way.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
We only have one more segment left, folks. You're listening to Mornings with Lone Star here on Lone Star Community Radio, your community radio station. We'll be right back.
Business office cleaning is available in the Montgomery County area from Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, with scheduled cleaning services such as floor care, window care, trash collection, restroom disinfection, and stair and elevator cleaning. Clean Sweep can service a business one time or on a regular schedule, with daily, weekly, and monthly options. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning can be found online at cleansweepofficecleaning.com or by calling 832-689-7996. Clean Sweep Office Cleaning. Take back your time and let us make your office shine. Mornings with Lone Star is sponsored by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning.
A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
Conroe Coffee is a local coffee shop located in the heart of downtown Conroe at 206 North Main Street, Conroe, Texas. Conroe Coffee serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner, along with other treats and coffee. For more information regarding store hours and delivery in downtown Conroe, Conroe Coffee is on Facebook or by telephone at 936-266-7632.
We would like to thank Conroe Coffee for being a supporter of Lone Star Community Radio and our morning sponsor with Mornings with Lone Star.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julian Shea here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
And we're back. Mornings with Lone Star. Still got Leo in the studio. 10:45 a.m. We got a few minutes left in this day to start putting this plane on final approach for landing. Already up to 78 degrees, going up to 91. The clouds are forming. The official weather tree outside says that there's a light breeze.
It's
but
supposed to rain, right?
no, only a 1% chance of rain for all week long.
Look, I got an alert that woke me up last night. While middle of the night, saying rain will begin by such and such. So I need to delete that app.
Yeah, you need to get rid of the British weather app on your phone.
It's not that one.
But, people laugh at us because they say 0% chance of rain, but we won't commit to that. So we'll say 1%.
Okay.
And sure enough, last weekend, I was up the street in the HEB parking lot, and it said 0% chance of rain all day until I felt rain hitting my scalp.
Was it rain or a bird?
It was rain.
Okay.
I checked.
Okay.
Hard. So, yeah, that's why, you can laugh at us all you want, people, about our only 1% chance. But we were right.
It might be right
and
over
the weather
you.
channel, the weather channel was wrong. We beat the weather channel. So suck it, people over at the weather channel.
Yeah,
I could
be a weather girl.
You could.
Yeah, it'd just, the same stuff every day. It might rain. It might not. Just keep your brolly in the car.
If it's not raining, it might be partly cloudy. Next to sports.
What was that movie with Steve Martin where he was the weather guy?
Oh, LA Story.
In LA. I love that movie. And it was just the same every day. And he'd just throw the suns up on the map.
Yeah, I think my second wife loved that movie. She made me watch it several times.
I love it. Yep.
There we go.
Well, we got
for that trip down memory lane.
We got to say who won.
Yes.
The tickets to Kiss Me Kate this week.
Yes.
So,
Karen, you won. We need drum roll.
Oh,
that's right. Karen Caperton won with the proper answer of what makes a cafe Americano. Take it, Leo.
It is espresso and hot water.
That seemed really easy.
Yeah. I could have come up with that one.
No, if people don't know coffee, they have no idea.
Okay. Well, congratulations, Karen.
Congratulations, Karen. What you want to do is call the box office of the Owen Theater, and we'll also.
We don't need to tell them this right now.
Yeah, but
people can just call them.
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
you're
yeah,
right.
You got to think about this.
There's a code word.
Yeah.
So we'll contact you. All right.
Although I don't think Kiss Me Kate would inspire that kind of grand.
We'll call you. We'll call you. How about that?
Don't call us. We'll call you, but you will get the ticket.
That's great.
Yeah.
So, we're going to be closing up today's show, folks. It is, we have closing remarks. Anything? Anybody want to talk about anything?
Well,
we got a couple more minutes.
Interesting headlines today with what's going on. I can't wait to see, as you said, if there's any going to be follow-up between today and tomorrow. So let's kind of take note of today's headlines and compare them to tomorrow to see what's leading the headlines.
Yeah. I mean, why does the news always come out? Does the New Yorker come out once a week?
Yeah, I think New Yorker is the weekly.
Okay. So they waited till Monday or Tuesday morning. When did they release that information?
This came out yesterday.
Okay.
So it could have actually been.
Leo probably has no idea what we're talking about.
I don't, but it's okay.
Oh, the real quick, the Attorney General for New York has been resigned in light of allegations of him being a really bad spanky boy on some women.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to read that now.
But before that, he was
50 Shades of Grey, kind of weird.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but then enough to where the ladies didn't like it.
Oh, gotcha.
What a bad timing for that movie to come out.
Where they needed stitches and stuff. That's not good.
Meanwhile, over the 50 Shades office, like, should we re-release the movie? We're relevant again.
No.
Hey, those movies were good. I read the books.
You did?
I did. But I actually liked the movie. I mean, there is a
Which
story
one? I've
there.
seen all
It's
three.
Not just
They're all horrible.
that. Really? You
They're
think
all
so?
horrible.
I'm a
And
girl, though.
and I don't know
It's
if it's the writing or if it's just the acting, because the joke I was playing was there's a guy and a girl in this story, guys, and then one of them, the actor, is playing the innocent woman role, and the other guy is playing, in his mind, he's playing the serial killer, because the way he acts and the way she reacts doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Especially like the opening scene where they run into each other again. He's at the hardware store she works at, and he has he has rope, he has cleaning supplies, and he has like plastic. I'm like, how does somebody think that's attractive? He's gonna be murdering somebody.
Right. No, I get it.
Oh, you know, yeah.
I understand
That he's a
I
murderer?
did
Well,
like him.
my only question was if Christian Grey were the night janitor at McDonald's, would this be the same book?
Of course it would.
Oh, yeah, but that'd be in all the grease and the smell at McDonald's. It's not like
I'm
the
just
penthouse that he
saying,
lives in.
when
never
you're
know.
a billionaire, you can get away with it.
We want to let folks know is tomorrow's show, we're going to be giving away 2 tickets to Taste Fest.
Woo!
That's right. Coming
Uh-huh.
in June. Brought to you by the Conroe Lake Conroe Chamber of Commerce. It's a great opportunity to see all the lovely restaurants. They'll have samples, but we're giving away 2 tickets to it. So follow
might
us
have
on
to call
Facebook, all that kind of stuff, and we'll come up with a cool game.
Yeah.
And special thanks to today's guests. We have the City of Conroe Parks and Recs Department, who came in and talked about the May 17th open community impact meeting with some new land they acquired. They want to know what you think they should be doing with that land.
Laser tag.
That's happening at Oscar Johnson Jr. Community Center. More information, cityofconroe.org. And then we also have James and the Giant Peach coming to the Crichton Theater.
Yeah, thanks to Stephen, Hannah, and Christina for popping by and
Yeah,
telling us
that
all
was
about
fun. That's starting Friday, May 18th. Tickets can be bought and whatever, cythouston.org. And outside that is today's show. We're brought to you by Clean Sweep Office Cleaning, Conroe Coffee. And then let's see what else I got. Let me close out notes. Got that. We actually don't have a guest tomorrow. So if you want to be a guest, just reach out to us, MWLS at irlonestar.com, or just go to irlonestar.com/MWLS. No guest
Mo was-
tomorrow. So it's just going to be me and, Skippy talking trash about stupid stuff. So,
you
Then
want
you
to listen.
definitely need Jason here.
yeah, that's true. Leo, it's good to see you. Good to see you guys.
Thanks for popping in, Leo.
And
Appreciate it.
thanks. Oh, closing, just to remind people, there's an open meeting tonight with Sheriff Rand Henderson, the
Mhm.
sheriff of Montgomery County. He wants you to come out to the Woodlands Financial Group training room, 2nd floor, tonight at 6:30. It's an open meeting with Sheriff Rand Henderson. He's going to go over the strategic plan for Montgomery County and all that kind of stuff. So if you really want to know what law enforcement's doing for this area, that's a good event to go to tonight. More information, just type in Sheriff Rand Henderson to Facebook and you'll find it. You're listening to Lone Star Community Radio, Mornings with Lone Star. We got a full lineup today, folks. Coming up next is Keeping Up with Conroe. So stay tuned.